Hey guys, so we are looking at Taurus. This is the second house in the chart, which governs work, schedules, routines, all this kind of stuff, money. And this pertains to sun, moon, and rising. The sun is what is seen straight away, or what is felt. Your moon is your emotions, how people or what is hidden, like people that maybe know you for a long time, or even like internally how you're feeling about yourself, and that being illuminated, because the sun at night moves behind the moon and illuminates it and reveals things, right? So the moon can be seen as quite intense. That's because it's got like two energies running together. And so if looking at Taurus, you could either look at this for the energy, right? So you could be a Taurus moon, Taurus sun, Taurus rising, and just put that to where you need to in your chart. So let's say your moon might not be a Taurus, right? And you are a Taurus in your 10th house, which governs, the lord of that is Capricorn, right? You can use that energy. So the Taurus energy that I'm explaining today is more about being able to express the energy through whichever house it's in. And it could be beneficial in terms of compatibility, or it could be not so positive, but not in a way that like is detrimental. It's just kind of like, how do you work through that? How do you alchemize it? So yes. Now, Taurus is well known to be quite grounded, reliable, loyal, these things. They are governed by Venus, and they are a fixed sign. Sometimes I find with fixed signs work well with other fixed signs. So you in a way, when you have that, it can be helpful. So let's say a Leo is a fixed sign. They could have that mutual understanding that loyalty is very important. But they might have other things that could help the compatibility, or maybe not help it. But so they're a fixed sign, meaning that they don't, once they've made up their mind on something, it takes them very long to move away from that situation or scenario or idea. And because they're an earth sign, they generally can ground a lot of people, even just their presence, it's very grounding. And also because of the fact that they have that sense of family. I think anybody that knows a Taurus is always family focused, always family oriented. So your Aries is the ram. Taurus is the bull. So they have similar, like in terms of getting angry, they have temperament, right? They're very hot-headed, but it's different. They exercise in a very different way. It's almost like, if you reach me to that point where I get that angry, I'm never forgiving you ever again. Whereas Aries energy is very playful. Like they could just be angry and then they'd be fine the next day because they're like a cardinal sign, right? But Taurus is very different. Very good at routine. So I would say they make very good like family, like in terms of, because family and home is about routine and they've got that down, they're very good at that. I would say in terms of communication, I think they're more acts of service. And I think I said Virgos is compatible, but I think it depends on where. I think Virgos would work well for them as friends as opposed to relationships, because none of them talk. Taurus and Virgo do not talk. It takes them like 500 years for them to explain or express their feelings. So imagine both of them in a relationship when they need to communicate. Like it's unless they have other placements that alchemize that Virgo lack of communication energy, right? Let's say they had Mercury in an air sign, then maybe you're like, okay, maybe someone's gonna be the one that says, hey, like let's chat about something. You know what I mean? So that's why looking at all the aspects in your chart is quite helpful. I would say in terms of relationships, I think a Capricorn works very well. It's almost like they've met their match, or the Capricorn can ground the Taurus, because maybe the Taurus thinks they know everything, and then they meet a Capricorn who's is a higher version of a Virgo, right? And they meet the Capricorn and they're just like, oh, raw, like, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to people telling me what to do. I'm not used to someone saying something and they actually know what they're talking about. Or like, so that Capricorn energy could be quite a friction at first. But I would say Capricorns, from my understanding, there's a good side to them and there's also a dark side to them. Even when we think of the tarot, they come under the sign of, they come under the card of the devil and it, or Baphomet, like however you want to see it. And so that energy is very interesting, how it grounds Taurus. So that's how that's how impactful Capricorn energy can be for Taurus. Cancerians could help bring out the emotions for Taurus, because Cancerian water energy is so potent. It can bring it out, but it could be too much in terms of, but it could be positive or negative. But I think Cancer and Capricorn are really good. I think Scorpio. I think Virgo and Scorpio as friends, I'd say. And then if you can have those placements in relationships that are like beneficial, like if they have Venus in Virgo, Venus in Scorpio, this kind of stuff, then you know what I mean? And also because they are the ruler of Venus, that would be a good touch. They like nice things. I think I said that in my initial video, like they when it comes to things, when it comes to company, when it comes to intimacy, in the same way, like even if it's a Taurus male, they like to be looked after. They like to be cared for. So whether that's intimately, whether that's being given food, whether it's good company, like they like to have quality surroundings. The good thing about Taurus is that they take you for who you are. They may depend on their placement, but they may have ideas, but they won't let you know that. I'd say they won't let you know that. They may think, oh, well, those are not my values, but I still appreciate you for who you are. You know what I mean? And I think Tauruses are very good at making you feel seen and just feel like it's just you and them. I think they're very good at that. And because they're the nurturer, they're the ones that are able to be very good at like at being family oriented, right? So there's that. I would say even when it comes to work, because again they're good at routine, they work very well with the material world. So yeah, I feel like there's something about that as well.